Yes, hello. How's it going? Welcome to my classroom. My name is Steve O'Brien. I am a special education teacher in New York City. For the past 10 years, I've worked in District 75, which, if you're not familiar, specializes in instruction for students with significant challenges such as autism spectrum disorder and emotional disturbance. So, I am here today because last year, all the challenges we faced as a country, I moved back to Long Island. That is my home. So I look forward to working in your district for the 2021-2022 school year. So let's get right to it. I know there's some questions, so let me just pull up the questions. Okay, question number one. I'll jump right in. How will you effectively educate students from diverse backgrounds? Great. So, one of my greatest strengths in the classroom is developing an environment of respect and rapport. I'm able to do this effectively because I'm cognizant of my own culture, my values and beliefs, and of course, my privilege. So, with that, I'm able to now look at my students with an open mind because everyone has their own beliefs, their cultural background, and most importantly, learning styles. So right when the student comes in, I'm observing, assessing, of course, right from the beginning. I'm looking at their strengths, their limitations, their IEPs, of course. I'm looking at what they do during playtime. I'm looking at their quirks. I'm looking at what they're interested in. And I'm building a relationship with their families. And I'm trying to get in touch with anyone who knows the student, because the more people you talk to that have an invested interest in that student, the more information I can get that can guide and drive instruction and have that student be most successful. So I want to talk to you about a student that I have right now, for example, this school year that we're in, this crazy school year that we're in. His name is Yadiel. He is on the autism spectrum disorder, and he is nonverbal, a fourth grader, and at home his family doesn't speak much English. So that's a challenge right there. So that's going to be a challenge for him in the classroom. So what I do, I could just do the activities that we did yesterday. So one of his IEP goals is sorting objects into categories. So for example, if we have food and clothing right here, and some students, we identify and they have these Velcro that all the visuals would be off, and then we would put up two choices, for example, and say, what is this? Which one goes in the food column? So hopefully they would choose rice. Now, that's for the students. For Yadiel, he speaks Spanish, right? Or, well, doesn't speak Spanish, but understands Spanish. So for him, if we're looking at food, we can look at, apple, manzana, pizza, pan. We also have, how do you say that? Zanahorias. So once I start speaking Spanish to him, this is what he hears at home, he's more likely to engage. So it's been really great to see his progress. Also, I want to mention when we're doing guided reading, and I found this in Target, I was so excited. My favorite Dr. Seuss book of all time is Green Eggs and Ham. For Yadiel, I found Huevos Verdes con Jamón. Ugh, is this not the best thing? And the rest of the class liked it too, and they if me and the staff are showing excitement, it's great for the entire class. And I was able to see Yadiel engage in a way that I haven't. So just being able to look at a page and just attend and be able to point to who Juan Ramon is instead of Sam, like in the English version. So I could go on and on, but basically I feel to be a better teacher, I have to also be a better learner and just take in every ability that a student has and just being able to adjust myself constantly to maximize performance out of the students. Okay, so that's diverse backgrounds. Let me jump to question 2. I hope this video is not 20 minutes. It won't be. Okay, so How will you ensure success for every student? I could write a thesis about that. But I'm going to limit it to 6 key points, and each point is represented by the first 6 letters of the alphabet. So we'll start with A. Assessment, assessment, assessment. I'm assessing from the moment basically when I walk into the classroom because I have materials. But I found over the last couple of years that there's a difference between assessment of learning and assessment for learning. Assessment for learning is so crucial because I'm able to constantly watch during the learning process. So for example, if I'm doing a story where we have trouble keeping students engaged, I created a story for our fairy tale unit. We're talking about morals of story, and it's called How to Make Fairy Tale Backpack Flare. I divide each page by steps when we're doing a project. So we have step 1 here, as you can see, step 2, step 3. So step 1, for example, let's just look. Gather your materials. You need hand sanitizer, a fairy tale character, a fairy tale life lesson, 1 pipe cleaner, cover beads, and letter beads. So they look at this, and now they have all the materials, and they're able to sort. So we go page by page, and I'm able to go around the room and make sure that they're able to follow these simple, short instructions. So we go very simple from then on. They pick their characters. They pick their pipe cleaner. And the goal is for them, and I'll show you the one that I made for myself, to write their name with beads, because they love things with movement. Can you see? Is it backwards? Yeah, Steve O'Brien. And the moral of a fairy tale that I love is always tell the truth. So constant assessment, and then at the end, we'll do an activity to make sure that they grasp the skill. So that's number 1, assessment. So then we have B, and it's really be prepared. To say juggling the needs of our students is tough would be an understatement. But I feel I come in early, get all the materials, the activities, and backup plans in case that doesn't work. So the more prepared I am, the more ready I am, because anything can happen in the classroom, right? So if I'm prepared with a plan A and then a plan B and a plan C, we're going to have a successful day, even if it doesn't go exactly as planned. Okay, that's B. C is collaboration. There are so many people involved in a child's life, especially at that school. We have related service providers. We have a busing team. We have cafeteria. Everyone has stake in this child, and they have a different perspective. So the more I have conversations, and I like to have informal conversations with everybody, you gain so much knowledge about that child, and it's really beneficial to everybody. And then you relate it to the family. It's just a nice flow. So it's really, again, and I mentioned this before, developing that environment, respect, and rapport, that everybody is valued and everyone has an opinion or an observation that matters. That's very important for the success of a child. Okay. D, differentiation. Oh my goodness, this could not be more important. So, social emotional health is really important to me and to the school, so I like to concentrate on a story called How to Calm Down When We Get Anxious. So, to appeal to students' interests, as you can see, I have different Disney characters, and our students like movement, and they like visuals. So I use visuals like this to make sure that they understand who we're talking about. And the skill that I'm trying to, where's my other visuals? I have plenty. And the visuals, the movements that I want them to understand. So if we look at this page, Kion shows us how to calm down. To calm down, Kion likes to jump. We can jump too. So for some students, they're not verbal, so if I want them to say jump, some of them can type right into their communication device. We have so many students with differing abilities. So we have a communication device that he can just type right in, so they can write jump. Some kids are good with movement. So I'll have Yadiel, for example. We talked about him before. He's nonverbal, but he can certainly understand. So it's like, okay, what does Kion teach us to do when he's feeling anxious? Jump up and down. And then at the end, different activities for comprehension questions. I can go on with that one as well. So that's D, differentiation. There's E, equity. This picture for me says it all. I tried printing it out, but I had trouble. I hope you can see it. I'm not sure. But equity is over here, and it's really giving the students the support they need to be successful, because equality, that's not the way anymore. It's equity. Everyone needs their shot, the supports they need to get the outcomes that they desire. We could do a whole professional development on that. Okay, I don't want to take too much more of your time. Last but not least, F, fun. As you can hopefully tell, I'm pretty lighthearted and I'm passionate about what I do. I am type A when I need to be as far as preparation, but I really just want everyone to enjoy learning, because learning is fun. And if I'm not having fun, nobody else is going to have fun in the classroom either. So that's really what I wanted to say. So I hope this gives you a sense of my personality and work ethic. I'm available at any time, accessible at any time, if you would like to contact me. So thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you soon. Am I deleting this properly? Oh boy, 11 minutes.